Hi, folks. How's it going? Hi. Have fun at your party. That's fun. Oh no, the echo. The echo's back. Okay, I think the echo should be gone now. I don't know why that's happening. I don't really know why that's happening, but I don't understand. All right, bye. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun. Actual parties are fun. Yeah. So I'm gonna play some Breath of the Wild. You heard of this video game? It's getting a sequel that, as of yet, has no title. Um. Oh God, all day hangover. No, it has been a grip since I've had a hangover. Um, the last really bad one I had was so bad I quit drinking for a year and a half. So yeah, it was pretty bad. How's audio? Is it all right for folks? Can y'all hear me? Of course, the game's not started yet, so y'all really won't know um, until I start it. There we go. I'm making red beans and rice, which is a dish I make often, and also a dish that takes a while to simmer. So that's going to be 2.5 hours. I might get up to stir a couple times, but mostly just going to be playing Zelda till they're done. We are chill this evening. I hope everyone is having a good one. Terrytown is, I believe, halfway complete, which is what I was doing um, last time. Last time we hung out. Um, yeah. I want to see if it's weird. The first time I did a really long playthrough of this game, I found the monster dude like immediately. And in my most recent playthrough before this one, I just like that dude just never showed up for me in a place that I thought he was supposed to. So I don't know what was up with that, but I should try to get his I should try to get him to appear. You're worried how samey all of the environments look. Yeah, I mean, they definitely have like recycled certain things because I mean this place is just so vast. But yeah, I don't know. I think they really pulled it off. Yeah, a lot of different biomes, which is really cool. Last time, if y'all joined me last time, I think we totally completed the map. Um, so we did all the towers. That was an endeavor. That took a couple hours. Um, not to get all of the towers, but to get the ones I had remaining. Um, Now I'm kind of like I'm a little lost. I think I kind of want to keep doing Terrytown quests. I'm kind of putting off doing the dungeons for various reasons. I don't know. The dungeons are pretty weak. I say various reasons. I mean that's pretty much why I think they're kind of weak. I also like in terms of whatever the reason is, my brain doesn't really work with the dungeons. I usually have to look up how to do them, which is like kind of a goofy thing to do on stream. But I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet at some point. Here's Mount Doom, or the um, Death Caldera, Death Mountain. Excuse me. Um, I get that. I mean, I had a couple really big playthroughs that I could have gone and fought Ganon, but didn't. I finally did it at some point because I was like, well, I just need to see what this game is like. So I've got a few things I could do. I could start to get more shrines, get my hearts up, and go get the Master Sword before I do the dungeons, which is like kind of a fun thing to do because then it makes those boss fights like extremely easy. Gosh, those beans smell good. Oh, man. My kitchen is right next to my office. So whenever I'm cooking something that takes a while, it just starts to smell really good in here, which is a good problem to have, but it is a problem because I sometimes get impatient. Yeah, Embiid. Yeah, same. Like, it's just one of those games that I think that has this kind of like infinity quality to it that, you know, I like beating it doesn't necessarily preclude you from playing it more. Hey, what's up? How's it going? How's your night? Glad y'all could join. This was a really impromptu thing because I'm making dinner and it's just gonna be sitting on the stove for two and a half hours. So thought I would do this instead of watching that Nets and Bucks game. Although it's not bad actually. If you're a fan of the NBA, the Game 7 of the Nets and Bucks are on right now, and it's pretty good. What's up, Blackjack Attack? How's it going? I guess I should get this Korok seed. Easy enough. Easy enough. Hello, Grains Aniba. Evening, John. That's pretty good. I like that. I can't remember if there's any way to get this without falling off. Okay, good. I've like gone back and forth about if I'm going to actually try to get all the Korok seeds in this game, because that's the only thing I've never really done. I've done basically everything else. I should like produce. Maybe I should. I mean, I have a fucking website I could do this on. I kind of want to produce a list of just like the things I've done, and not like the game. Like GameSpot does those really cool. I think they put one out like 2 weeks ago that was basically like, here are 32 things you still didn't know about Breath of the Wild, and like I did not know some of them. Still, even though I think they've produced like 3 or 4 of those videos. But I kind of want to produce like one of those, just an article that's basically like a checklist of things that you can do in this game, and obviously it would be like pretty spoiler heavy. But like, you know, there are just like some things that like I just flat out didn't know about that were like really big things. Not like little quirks, but like things you can find that I just like flat out didn't know about until you know, my second or third playthrough. Yeah. Getting a lot of rock salt. I never really got into cooking in this game. Like I cook little potions and things and meals to basically boost my stats, but like, you know, like figuring out recipes and stuff I never really did. I think that's one part of the game I think I wish was maybe a little more robust and important, I guess. It's not that it's not important, but yeah. Yeah, I think the payoff is also bad. I mean, it's just there's so many Korok seeds. It's ridiculous. Bean stream. Thanks, Clarissa. Yeah, I wish you never took advantage of the stamina stuff, huh? The stamina stuff, I think in one of my early playthroughs, I got really scared that you know, hearts were just like super necessary in the early game, so I just like loaded up on those and didn't get a lot of stamina. So I would cook to boost stamina just to give me like basically minimum boosts to do certain things. And then I think in like later playthroughs I was just like, no, I just got to put most of my early stuff into into stamina, and that really actually opens up the game faster, I feel like, if you're better at combat. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at this game, so that's like definitely a trade-off I can make. There are a lot of effects that, yeah, that go into making the clothes better. Here's another Korok seed. Although I don't know where the spare stone is. Where's the stone? Yeah, like the rubber suit's one of those things that I didn't collect for the longest time. And like what lightning affects you so profoundly in this game, that like I will wear that, especially in some areas, like in the desert where a lot of the Lizalfos. Let's go ahead and put that on my map. Where a lot of the Lizalfos are. Oh, there's another. God, there's so many more stables in this game than I realize. Basically all the time. Damn, it smells good in here. Woo! I don't know if y'all like Cajun food. I'll quit talking about food too, because I know that's not a thing for everyone, but alright, let's go here. Let's go. Easy peasy. What are you gonna do? Get out of here. I think I'm gonna do that from now on. I'm not gonna kill wolves. I'm just gonna hit them with something that won't kill them. Cajun food is the bomb, Blackjack Attack. I totally agree with you. Is it just rainy or stormy? So far it's just rainy. Are you coming back? Oh, come on, bud. Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. Ah. Icy prime meat. Got that frozen steak. Alright, well, if I come across one of the stones, I'll bring it back. Also dawned on me that this playthrough I should probably start marking stuff on my map more, which I never really did in other playthroughs. The only reason I'm thinking about it now is because I, really only playing this game on stream, which is great. I mean, it's fun, but this used to be a game for a very long time that I would just pick up and play, randomly. Like if I got an hour to fuck around or whatever. Yeah, I'm Joe. You hope there are sick weapons in the next one. Yeah, I mean, like, the snippet that we saw looks like Link gets, like, a Mega Man, like, Mega Buster at one point with flames and shit, which is pretty cool. Funky asking, why do I think I keep coming back to this game? I think it feels, to me, kind of like an MMO, but if I was playing it by myself. So this kind of living, breathing world that's just like kind of always persisting and evolving and changing, even though it's not necessarily doing that. Feels like there are so many little things to discover that I'm always kind of wondering if there are things I've missed, which so far is like true. Which is like so strange. And like, I don't love MMOs. Like I've tried to get back into Final Fantasy XIV recently, which I think is like the best one. But I historically don't love MMOs because I usually run into aspects of those games that feel very unworld buildy to me and feel very like mechanical and not very interesting. And to me, the systems in this game are so away or so hidden from sight that it feels just like an actual place. So it feels really good to spend time there, to me. I should not do that shrine in the rain, although, listen, it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of fun. Maybe I should just go do that. Clarissa, you keep thinking about hopping into FF14 even though it'll just waste money on the sub price. Yeah, like, I've basically, I don't know. I've had an FF14 sub going the same way that I've got like a Crunchyroll sub going. I don't really ever watch anime, but I've got a Crunchyroll sub that's just open because I'm like, at some point I'll want anime. Now I could, like a normal person, just like cancel my thing and then like re-up it if I ever want to watch anime because it's really easy. But Final Fantasy XIV is kind of the same way for me, where I'm like, I do like this and I want it, but I'm not playing it all that often. I've not seen Hunter x Hunter. I don't even know if that's how you say that, but no, I haven't. There's so many anime that I have not watched. I've only watched like 4 episodes of JoJo's. There's just a lot of stuff that like I end up watching so many things passively that anime is really hard for me. In fact, a lot of animation is really hard for me because it's called Hunter x Hunter. Hey, Steven. How's it going? Steven Strom, everyone. The person who not 10 minutes ago said, I'm not going to look at anything work-related for 36 hours. So, you fuck it up, Steven. I mean, I know this isn't really working. Okay, fair enough. I mean, it is working. I don't know. It's confusing. I was going to play this game anyway, and I might as well do it while I'm chatting with y'all. It doesn't feel like work, but it is work. Shit's weird, huh? Shit's weird, huh? Play good game, yeah. I got beans simmering. I might as well play good game. I wasn't feeling the basketball game I was watching, so... Ooh, my arrow situation is not tasty. Get out of here. I don't want to use an arrow on y'all. I just want y'all to go. There we go. Yeah, run away. Yeah, I'm making red beans and rice, and telling chat earlier, my kitchen smells incredible. The kitchen is very close to my office, so I'm just getting all the good smells right now. Let's do some shield surfing. This is one of those things that I don't do that often. And then I'll watch speedrunners, and I'm like, geez, I should really, like, shield surf more, huh? No, I'm not using a path. When you use a path, it doesn't actually use stamina of the shield. Which is one of those things that I learned recently. So if you're on a path, you can use the shield surfing, basically with no penalty, which is nice. Oh, okay, so shield surfing is cool, especially if you want to traverse a lot of ground quickly. You want to jump. You can also jump while holding the shield, but you want to jump and then, wow, what is that? I don't even know, like, everything is so muscle memory, I don't even know how to tell you to do this. Basically just left trigger, X, and then A. And you basically flip into that thing and you can surf pretty cool like that. It is handy. I forget it often, but it is a really nice way to get places fast. Here we go. Here is one of, I think it's rewarding and kind of interesting, but I think the first time I did this, I fucking hated it. I was really pissed off at it. But it's just so visually interesting. You're like, okay, well, I gotta get over here. Ooh, I don't have a lot of arrows, though, so this is gonna be tricky. Got lightning. I don't want to waste an ancient arrow, but... Yeah, it is annoying. I mean, it's like, it's just hard. It's just like taxing. It's just an endurance kind of thing, which is really, really interesting. When I saw this like spiral from up on a mountain the first time, I was just like, man, this game fucking rules. All right, let's put that down. Since I don't have arrows, that many arrows, I'm just gonna. Let's go. What? See, moblins are so much easier. Well, no, don't. Okay, throw the shit I need. Alright. This is not going well. This is not going well. I should not have done this without arrows. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to just use arrows. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I know I've got fairies, but I really don't want to use fairies. Oops. Let's eat this frozen bass. Let's see if it's white meat. Come on. Oh my god, I completely jumped out of the way. But that's fine. How did I not get the, Oh, how did I not get the bonus there? There we go. That was funny. Oh my god, that was like not... That was not great. That was one of the worst, like, pretty standard battles I think I've seen in a grip. Rupees, that's not what I need. I would like some food. I think there's fish on this. Maybe there'll be food in here. Come on. Let's bust this on a rock. Okay. Whatever works. Alright, picking up a bunch of Boko spears, which, like, are super weak, but it's what I got right now. Yeah, I mean, this Link is really cool because he... Listen, we can't do the... I'm not going to do the weapon durability debate on this stream, but like, I love the weapon durability because it kind of makes you think on your feet and do a lot of that stuff really in the moment, right? So it makes you experiment, it makes you actually progress with, like, the skills that you need to actually, you know, thrive in this world, this environment. It makes the game way more improvisational, and by that token, I think it makes it more interesting. So, I think there's, like, different power fantasies, and I think, like, folks, like, you know, have... Okay, out of arrows. Did that guy fall off his horse and drown? That's fucking rule. Funke, weapon durability made me hold weapons and not use them for the whole game. I saw folks say this, and I like, I'm so fascinated by it because I had such the opposite experience of, like, I would find a weapon, and then when I would find a battle that necessitated it, I would go, fuck yeah, I get to use this. I go, oh shit, I get to use this thing I've been holding on to. That's a really key difference between, I guess, like the way I played this game and a lot of other folks played this game. And it's like, there's no right or wrong way. It's like if the game says that to you, it says that to you, and that's fine. But that said, oh, that's in that maze. I'm not even gonna fuck with that for a while, I don't think. But I think, like, oh, Embiid, yeah. So when I get a message that says your weapon is almost done, when you throw a weapon and it connects, it does critical damage based on the damage of that weapon. So, like, if I've got, like, a weapon that is almost dead, I throw it at... well, I did this too late. That's not good. Sorry, I'm like... I can't believe I'm, like, needing quiet time in this fucking video game I've played a million times. Oh, that was not smart. Get in the water. Yep, dead. Oh, fuck. Ugh, let's go. Oh my god. Everything is breaking. Ugh. Yeah, I don't need more bows. I wish he had arrows. That'd be nice. Oh my god. It's been rough, Reno. Okay, at least that's farther ahead. Oh, are those arrows? This guy shot a lot of arrows. Oh, I should probably do this. Go. In fact, I'll probably use that first. Let me see if there are any extra arrows. He shot a billion, but I think only hit me with a couple. Yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. The way that they mix the skills and the weapons in this game I think are really inventive. Let me get crab. So I think crabs are like 1 HP, I think. That guy is so close to drowning, that bokoblin. That's incredible. He's like 1 inch away from being in a death spot. Nope. How many arrows do I have? Enough to kill this guy. That was not my crowning achievement. They're just distractions. I mean, they're tough. Oh, don't thunderstorm. Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? Please don't thunderstorm. Don't lightning, don't lightning, don't lightning, don't lightning. Okay. And I'm good otherwise. Okay. So these conditions are not conducive to this. Steven, you think I would like Stalker? I also believe I would like Stalker. It's one of those games that I think I would be too scared to play because I am a scaredy cat. Oh my god. This sucks. This is not good. I think I would be very afraid of Stalker. Because I'm a baby, a big baby. I think if maybe I was playing it in a room with other people, or maybe with folks couching, I might be able to do it, but it would be tough for me, I think, to get through that game. Let's go. Oh my god. Do something about it. Do something about it. Do something about it. Do something about it. Bop, bop. Oh my god. I needed that. I needed that. Come on. Oh my god. That's not good. Okay. Messed up. That was dumb. It was your own fault, buddy. But yeah, I don't know, Steven, like what makes you... I think I know what you mean just because I've read so much about it and I've like seen people play it. But what do you think I would like about that game? Like, do you have to improvise a lot? Moblin hasn't even seen me yet, which is interesting. The Octoroks are frustrating because they actually do a pretty good job of leading you where they think you'll be. Jesus. Lots of being presented with unfair situations and then improvising your way out of them. Yeah, that sounds a lot of fun. A lot of running around trying to pick up a weapon that isn't busted. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, some boats. Hi. I'm making red beans and rice. I am... The Trinity has been simmered. The beans were soaked. Everything is together. I've got about 2 more hours before I need to add the andouille. I cannot fucking believe I just did this. No, did anyone in the chat actually tell me that I forgot my ball? Or have y'all just let me do this? If y'all have told me, then I apologize. You're welcome. Yeah, the orb's way the fuck back here. Hopefully it didn't despawn. If it despawned, I'm gonna be... Oh no, it's back there. I can see it. This sucks. Alright, let me see... What do I have? Electric? Alright. I just need to get rid of some of these enemies. I just hope there's not a fucking blood moon. No, I don't have a plan. I mean, it's not a bad plan to get rid of a lot of the enemies and then do it. My only thing is I'm actually not sure when the last blood moon was. So it would be pretty not great to get blood mooned in the middle of this. Yeah, I mean, clearing everyone out is a pretty good strategy, and in fact, that's probably what I've done the most. But, okay. You little asshole. Come here. Oh, I can't believe I fucking missed you. There we go. Oh, the orb was close to being in the water, which I don't think immediately despawns it because you can cryonize it back to you. No, I'm actually just playing it on regular. You little asshole. That's what I'm saying about the Octoroks. Like, they're pretty good at leading you, so whatever path you're on, they kind of approximate where that's going to go, which I think is pretty cool and also frustrating. Now this one's out of range. That's good. I just want to avoid the Lizalfos. Oh yeah, so Blackjack, like, I'm actually still pretty early in this game. I think I've gotten 20 or so shrines, something like that. So I've gotten a few hearts. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm burping. I've gotten 3 hearts, and then most of it's been in stamina. So I've put 5 in stamina. Well, I could do this math if I wanted to. So that's like 25 shrine, or no, not 25, 24, nope, 20 shrines to get my stamina up where it was, and then another 12 for the hearts. Jesus Christ. I just need to weave. Hi Grace, how's it going? No. We're not gonna do this. Speaking of improvisation games, recommend any good mods for New Vegas. I don't really remember what PC mods I played. I played through that game twice on Xbox, and I played through a lot of it on PC. I know I used PC mods to make it look better. I also think I had I had the companion mod that allowed you to take 2 companions at once. I don't remember the name of it, but I liked that one. That one was actually pretty stable, surprisingly stable. Yeah, it was surprisingly stable, actually. Let me see here. Let's do this. Oh no, I've got a fireball thing. Fire! And that's gonna be a Grok. Grace, you're sleepy? Can you not go to bed? I mean, I'm, sorry for asking a silly question, but when I sleepy, I go to bed. Or, well, that's not true. Sometimes I can't. Like if I had beans simmering and I just can't go to bed, so I'm playing a video game instead. I've been trying to go to bed earlier. I got it on a really... Oh, thank God. I mean, I figured it was a blessing shrine and not something I had to work for. I just couldn't remember. A giant ancient core, which is pretty nice. Titan Fallout, it gives you a Titan? Wow. I did not know that. That sounds interesting. Okay, I've got one more, and then I can go get a heart. I'd love to find giant ancient core. Same. Very much same. Yeah, like the Fallout, I think the companion one is the one I cared about the most. There's I might also be mixing up my Fallout 3 and New Vegas mods. But there are also, I think, like expansions of the crafting system that I think are pretty good. As that crafting system stuff is cool, but I don't actually think it's as robust as it could have been. And so there are mods that'll basically expand that system. I just don't remember the names of like any of these. But I love the companion mod because I'm a big companion person in Fallout. I also love like taking Edie places, but also having like a human companion as well. I don't think Boone is particularly interesting, but he and I kind of felt the same way about Caesar's Legion. I also said Caesar's Legion forever because that's kind of what they said in the game, but Josh Sawyer, the dude that designed that game, doesn't say Caesar, which is wild. So I was like, oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, we were talking Fallout New Vegas, which, like, if I beat this game, and, like, maybe even if I don't beat this game, because I've been wanting to play New Vegas on stream as well. Yeah, Steven was asking me about... By the way, what's up, Eric? Welcome. Yeah, like, I think... yeah, Steven was asking about Breath of the Wild mods. Fallout New Vegas mods. And it's been a really long time since I played that game on PC. But yeah. Yeah, the different factions in New Vegas pronounce it different ways. That's definitely true. I thought Caesar's Legion was such like an interesting take on it. I kind of figured it was like the canonical way to say that for some reason for the longest time, but that's not how Josh says it, so which is fine. Yeah, I mean, I remember that too, Eric. That some of those things are hard to get working. Fireproof lizards, smotherwing butterfly, moblin guts. Ooh, I'm not doing good on moblin guts. I need to find more moblin guts. I also need to find the 4th fairy, which I haven't done yet. Blue nightshade. I still need to get new nightshade. Blue nightshade, new nightshade. Okay, and I need to basically find the other fairy.
Aww.
Okay. I also don't think I have enough money to do that. I'm just gonna keep picking up Armorant. I think I have 1,000,000 Armorants. What's my timer at? Hour and a half. Oh, I've got messages from my wife. My wife. My wife is in Hope, Arkansas, visiting her dad for Father's Day. Oh, just dropped my phone on my keyboard. That sucks. Hold on. There we go. While I'm at it, I'm going to check the score of the game. So in an hour and a half, I need to go chop up Andouille. Oh man, that's a good basketball game. I might have to turn that on in another window. Basketball game going well. Close basketball game. One moment, folks. Oh my gosh. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It's Steven Strom.
It's me. It's been one day since I talked to you. Hi, John.
Stupid. How's it going?
Good. I'm over on PCGamer.com bookmarking mods for Fallout New Vegas.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Well, are there interesting ones? Because I've been out of that game for a long time.
Yeah, I did. Before somebody in chat mentioned it, I did see the Titanfall one that basically
So
just makes a
funny.
Titanfall mech. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Goodbye,
Like,
Second Son.
how does that even fucking work? And maybe the answer is it doesn't. But
I'm looking at it now. That one seems like, because what I kind of want, I don't know. I mean, when I played the game for the first time, I don't necessarily want mods that can like radically change the balance of the game.
right. Yeah. Same. Yeah, I agree.
So I kind of glossed over that one a little bit, but I've been looking at things like more populated casinos, better explosion effects.
Yeah, I would say there there is this kind of weird effect of that game where, you know, maybe comparatively speaking at the time with other like Bethesda-like games, the city of New Vegas is like heavily populated, but definitely kind of in hindsight, it is really like sparse and kind of like ineffective to me. as like a reveal of like, ooh, it's a bustling city, and you get there and it's like, no, it's not really a bustling city at all. So making that more populous and like interesting would be probably pretty cool. I think that'd be a good one.
Yeah, that seems like exactly what this mod is all about.
That's good. Yeah, because I think that's one of those things that's like very much like a technical limitation of that time, I think. But yeah, I wish that had been a little bit more effective. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Granny Zaneba says one person per building, maybe two. Yeah, I mean, that's about right, honestly.
Also see a mod here. I know you mentioned companion mods and having more companions, and there's a mod here that makes it so that when you are talking to people, your companions will kind of mill about and sit down and
Oh, nice.
walk up to other NPCs and talk to
Kind
them.
of fun.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm watching this at a bit of a delay, so I saw you almost just fucking skitch right into that fucking
Do you,
banana merchant or whatever.
Do you want the good stream?
I can take a good stream if it won't junk you up.
It'll be my Streamlabs screen, but that'll be better than nothing, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I'm half looking at booting up Fallout New Vegas or Stalker Call of Pripyat again or something anyway. So.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess this isn't a path the way that they say it is.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Could you... Okay, Blackjack Attack asks, could you just mod New Vegas to be Cyberpunk 2077?
I mean, the thing about Cyberpunk 2077 is that game is kind of already just basically Fallout New Vegas. It feels like a game that came out in 2008 and basically plays exactly the same.
And is not as well written
and is not as well written.
Interesting. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Although I have to admit, I mean, when they said they were going to put it back on the store, I did kind of think, I was like, all right, maybe I'll try it again. I don't know.
And how long did that thought last?
It's still kind of going. Like, I got deterred when, you know, the CD Projekt Red was basically like, don't play this on PS4. It's really broken. I was like, all right, so y'all probably didn't really actually fix anything. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Eric. Like, Stalker is like Super Metro. It's definitely got like a little bit of a different tone, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit more. Like, Metro's got, I don't know if this makes sense. To me, Metro has, like, canned improvisation, meaning, like, there are things that, like, are narratively scripted to feel like improvisation, but I feel like Stalker might have more actual improvisation. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, though. Stalker is more of an open-world sandbox game.
Right.
Metro, at least the first game does, because that's the only one I played, but the first game has, like, levels and turret sequences and
Right,
stuff.
yeah. But, I mean, Metro is still really cool, and I'm sure, like... I mean, Metro definitely took some cues from Stalker when, like, the newer ones came out, I think. But, like, yeah, I'm really, really interested to see how Stalker does with, like, a brand new audience on, like, consoles. Like, that's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a fucking... Yeah. Master Koga.
Uh-oh.
I'll take your life. The first one of these that happened was so scary to me. I don't know why.
I mean, it's not something that you would ever really expect in a Zelda game.
No. Yeah, that's true. Like Deus Ex stealth versus open world stealth. Yeah, that's like a pretty good comparison, I feel like.
Yeah. It's like Deus Ex stealth versus Metal Gear Solid 5, you know?
Yeah.
But even more just kind of like you're just wandering around and fucking hoping that you don't get ganged up on by a pack of wild mutant dogs.
Sure. Where's that shrine over here? I know I pinged one. Oh, is it over there? It's over there. Why did I think it was over here? I'm a fucking idiot. Alright. I would like a nap, sir.
In real life?
No. In this video game.
I suppose you're making beans. You probably don't want to sleep right now.
I don't want to sleep for the beans. No, I want to eat the beans.
You don't want to close your eyes. You want to eat those beans forever.
I don't want to close my eyes. I just want to eat the beans.
There you go.
Yeah, the basketball game's good. I actually did not end up turning it on, although I could turn it on my phone. I should.
Who's playing?
The Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets. They're in game 7 of their best of 7 series, so it is down to the wire. And it's a good game. It's really close. I'm gonna turn it on my phone. So I don't... Oh my gosh, yeah. 3-point game, Milwaukee up by 3, 2 minutes left. Kevin Durant hits a shot. Now they're only down by 1. Basketball, good. Basketball's been... I mean, I don't know. Everyone's injured, which sucks, but... But basketball, good.
Is there like a reason that everybody got injured all at once, or is it just like unhappy coincidence?
So this last season ended not very long ago. So there was like basically no off season because they did that bubble stuff, which like they should get commended on because it basically did like allow for sports to happen while also protecting for COVID stuff, and they actually like did that pretty well, all things considered.
That's what I always hear.
But the flip side of that is a lot of folks just like never had time to recover, so a lot of people are hurt pretty bad right now, which sucks.
Jeez.
Yeah, Blackjack Attack, that's like a good comparison. Like imagine if E3 was in January and then it also just happened. Like that's pretty much like the idea of, yeah, that's pretty much the gist here. It's like it was just like not enough time for folks to recover.
That is incredibly wild to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, we just really like our sports, and we're not gonna let anything like, you know, recovering from the grueling grind of playing 82 basketball games or whatever. I think it was less on the bubble season, but yeah, it was just like, I don't know, it's crazy. I don't know what they thought was gonna happen, but
yeah.
Anyway. 2-point game with a minute and a half left. Man, this is good stuff. Good basketball game. And if you do like basketball and did not know for various reasons, we actually have a basketball podcast called Corner 3.
Oh ho ho.
Which is a blast to do with Khalif and Nikki. Every single week. We did take a week off for E3, but we're back now, baby. All right, let's go.
I need to catch up. I need to use that opportunity where you took a break to use that time and catch up.
Yeah.
I've not been listening to a lot of our own stuff recently, which is I actually do listen to Fanbyte podcasts a lot, especially Friends Reunion and
yeah,
Corner 3.
I do too. I try to listen to Channel F every week because it's a big one that I'm not on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm behind too. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about you. E3 does that to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotten very busy the past few weeks, and
I had a demo for a game this morning, which
that's so fucking funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's just like Jesus.
Yeah, I've had a demo basically. I think every day. Well, I thought it was on Friday because I was like, well, it can't be Saturday. That's ridiculous.
That's
who
ridiculous.
Who would have a demo on the? Also, it happened this morning, and it feels like it happened 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Right.
So, you know, maybe that's on me to a certain degree.
Well,
on my mental processes.
I get it. I could go to the Spring of Power down there, but I don't think I'm not going to yet. That stuff is tough.
You saw the Spring of Power, but
Funke says they had a demo today for a game that already has a demo out.
That's fun. Yeah, I know we were going to take a Sable demo, and then they just announced that demo during E3, and I just played it on stream and such, and people were like, okay.
Yeah, there you go. We got the gist. Cool game, by the way. I'm excited to get my hands on it. It's one of those games that, like, I've watched enough people play it that I'm like, I'm not going to play the demo, because I would just like to play the full game now that I kind of know what the gist is, but
right.
Looking forward to playing it.
Did you, I know you're a fellow Final Fantasy fan, did you play that Stranger of Paradise demo?
I have not. I mean, as someone that, like, I like those Neo games and also like Final Fantasy, I really should. That trailer just, like, I don't know. That trailer and, like, the choices made for that trailer made me mad that I'm just kind of like, no, I'm not going to play it. But you liked it, though, right?
I liked playing it a hell of a lot. That the tone is all over the goddamn place.
Yeah,
in that thing, but it is a fun time to play. It is, I think, a better take on, like, the not casual, like, that seems so derogatory, but like a more approachable take on Sekiro, and I think it's a better, more approachable take than Jedi Fallen Order was.
Okay.
They have John, do you know that they have the draw system in there, basically?
I saw your tweet that said that. I don't know how that works. How does that work in the game?
So one of the things that makes it very Sekiro-like, there's a couple things. It's got a break bar instead of a stamina bar, which I think is like one of the most obvious things.
Yeah.
But it's also very parry-focused. And it's like, the way it does it is basically, you get like one very long parry window instead of having to chain parries together like you do in Sekiro.
Gotcha.
And if you parry an enemy who's using like a magic spell against you, you draw that spell from them like Final Fantasy VIII and get like X number of casts of whatever spell that they tried to use against you.
Well,
and it doesn't cost you any mana.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds more mechanically like, I don't know, integrated into the game than Final Fantasy VIII's draw system was. Like, that was just like such a weird extra series of steps to get that going. I felt like it's such a weird thing in hindsight.
It was cool that they experimented, but
totally. Yeah, I mean, like, I think it is a cool idea, and I think, like, you know, obviously it's like linked to the junction system, which I think is actually a very cool idea.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know how we ever tolerated drawing magic without the speed stuff that you get from a remaster. I just have no idea how we ever tolerated that.
So I basically never did, so my opinion of Final Fantasy VIII might be slightly different.
Sure. Yeah.
I played a little bit of Final Fantasy VIII when I was a kid, but I was always more of a Final Fantasy IX person.
Yeah.
So I never really, like, delved deep. I experienced the draw system because I played Final Fantasy VIII, but I don't think I understood it enough to really be concerned about it.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, mechanically, the junction system, I think when I first played it, it was legitimately too complicated for me, I think. Like, I think I was just like, I am a baby child, and I just really don't understand this. Oh, whoops. Need a soft bed.
Yeah.
Soft bed. Morning.
Oh. Sorry if I sound a little lethargic on this one.
It's okay.
You know, just
No, we good. I mean, this is supposed to be relaxing. Oh, it's
that's true. In game.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I have anything you can set on fire. I mean, get struck by lightning. Yes, I have Armoranth. Please. I have very much of it. I have very much Armoranth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Got some Armoranth. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's
You
one of my
lady.
favorite Final Fantasy IX characters.
Okay, the thing is up there. I can't scale the wall because it's raining, so hopefully I can go around. Okay, so I'm Joe says, I know I'm nitpicking, but it bothers me that Final Fantasy Origins has a dude with just a regular shirt on. So, crucially, I agree with you. Crucially. But it turns out you can basically control the way that guy looks, and like they just straight up decided to use the corniest fucking thing that he could look like as the thing in the trailer. So like Ian Walker over at Kotaku, he was posting images of the playthrough that I think they did, and you know, like showed Jack with a bunch of different outfits on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know.
I mean,
very
it's
funny.
a loot game
What a
too.
choice! It's a loot game.
Yeah, it's like
Interesting.
Neo, in that it's just a loot game, and by the end of that demo that I played, I looked like a rad. God, I looked like an Ascian, like the early Final Fantasy XIV Ascians, like dark cloak looking guys.
Mm-hmm.
But because it was like, you know, you unlock different jobs throughout that game. It's got the job system, and it even does the Final Fantasy XIV thing of like you start as like a weaker version of a job, and then further down, if you invest in like mage, you can eventually unlock black mage, and if you invest in lancer, you can eventually unlock dragoon.
Right.
Um,
That's cool.
and yeah, I played a lot of black mage in that one because black mage has like a lot of cool abilities with obviously magic, but also
Yeah.
they do a lot of break damage because they use maces. And that game just has the Sekiro style death blow system of like if you break an enemy, like break their guard, you can just like instant kill them.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, I ended up enjoying the actual gameplay part of that demo quite a lot, but yeah, I ended up looking vastly different like minutes into that game compared
Yeah.
to the weird polo shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a no-brainer for me to get out of that outfit. It's just corny. I don't know.
It is.
Oh, I had time to do that without doing that. That's stupid. I need 2 more arrows. I could have done this with a lot fewer arrows.
Are you other than this, you playing anything else in your spare time right now, John?
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank.
Ooh.
Good video game. There crucially is a part of that game. I actually think like I don't know. I guess maybe I'm realizing I didn't read that many reviews of this game. I think I read Gene Parks, and I think I read like everything that we wrote about it. But like the parts where there are these parts where Clank has to do these like puzzle platformers. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, Kevin Durant just hit this like insane shot to tie the game with 1 second left. So this looks like it's going to overtime. What a game. That's fun.
Yeah.
But there's just like these sections where Clank goes into this like corruption and basically does this like puzzle platformer in order to like fix this corruption, and then you can progress in the game. But like to me, those sections are like unbelievably tedious. In an otherwise like very briskly paced and interesting game.
Right.
Basically a game that like is as close to like not being boring like at all than like most games that I play. I feel like I think there are always games that lull, but like Ratchet and Clank is like pretty much great all the time, except like this is one major like element of the game that I think is like not very good. Now I've done like 2 of those puzzles. There we go. And they are not interesting to me. But I'm wondering if they will get better or something. But I don't know. The cool thing is about that game, and I was talking about this online on Twitter, but like you can just skip puzzles. Like if you're stuck on something, you basically just like I mean, I guess it's like because like a lot of kids play it too. But sure. I don't know, like once I saw that as a feature, I was like, well, that's kind of cool. I don't do that. I refuse to do that because I'm like such a completionist. I'm like, listen, if the game has a thing, I'm going to play it. However, it's like pretty cool. And I'm tempted a little bit because it's, I don't know, that part of the game is not for me. But otherwise, like everything that's been written about just like how unbelievably like technically incredible that game is like completely true. Like some of the most densely populated, no frame rate hitches, like just stuff that like I didn't think I cared about until I saw it in action, and then I was just like, oh well, this place feels like a real, as real as like a bar on a space station can seem. It's just like so densely packed. And I don't know, it's like I don't know, really gives like a cool vibe to a really fun game. I think Jennifer Hale is great as Ribbit. I think Ribbit is a really cool character. I think she's really neat. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good game.
I need to play more of it. I've only played the first little bit, but I already see a lot of what you're talking about with like the density of the world and all of the good stuff in like the city. I wasn't expecting it's not a dark game.
No.
Totally. But it has a different vibe to it than I think previous Ratchet and Clank games, or it's just like immediate star hopping fun adventure action.
They get you into it. They're like you're in the shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much immediately. Yeah, it's cool. I also kind of appreciate, although it whatever immersion actually matters, it doesn't really matter. But it is really funny to me that you could basically just jump between dimensions and timelines as essentially a map selecting. You're like, oh, I need to go to this level, and Rivet will be like, let's go do this, and it's just whatever Ratchet's up to, and you like share you share inventory and you share all this other stuff. But I'm glad that they didn't fuss with that very much. Like, it's good that they just like made that easy, I think. So
yeah.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna talk to me? All right, there we go. All right. I got a fairy tonic.
Ooh. Oh. I beat 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors today instead of playing hot new releases. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I've never played that game.
I have played that entire series out of order now.
That's funny.
I started with the second game in the series, not realizing it was a sequel, which is fine because that game is like kind of designed to be playable even if you haven't played the first game.
Yeah, sure.
And then I played the third game, and then now I finally went back and actually played the first one.
That's funny. Oh, I thought that was gonna be. I love false Korok seed things, like a lone boulder somewhere. I'm like, oh good, a Korok seed, and then it's like, nope. Oh fuck, that
Nature
was
gaslighting you.
Jesus, that was the stone I needed to go here. I'm
Can you
an
get something
idiot.
else?
I'm
Because
an
it can be any
idiot.
stone,
It could
right?
be any stone. But I don't know if I saw another one. I don't know why I just threw it away. Oh, there's... Nope. I thought there was one. Idiot. Idiot. Oh, no. That's a tree trunk. Yes, the basketball game went to overtime. I think it is the first game in this series that went to overtime. It might be the first game in the playoffs that's gone to overtime. I'm Joe says, I've been itching to play Snake Eater again. I don't think I've played it in over a decade. Snake Eater is a great video game. I like Snake Eater a lot.
Yeah.
I think it is my favorite Metal Gear Solid, actually.
Did you just play quote-unquote Snake Eater, or did you ever play Subsistence?
Subsistence? I played Subsistence as well.
What's your favorite Metal Gear Solid game?
Hey, it's 3, for sure.
3?
Yeah. Yeah, it's 3 for sure. I think that one is just like the most, I actually think it's the most cohesive. It kind of like does some wild stuff, but like I think Kojima actually like kind of nailed that one. I kind of don't think he's nailed any of the other ones, to be honest. I don't know. I know that sounds silly in a way, but
no, it's fine.
I mean, I really like the gameplay of 5. I think is like exceptional. But shit. Wow, I'm unprepared for this battle.
You got this.
Let's get some food in me. Everything now. Oh, I missed that. That was not good. There we go. Yep.
Nice.
Nice Claymore. I'm going to use that. Nope. No, I'm actually not going to use that immediately.
Yeah? You okay with the
Yeah,
spear?
I think I'm good with the spear.
Yeah, you got that glory rush. One of the most satisfying things in a video game in like the last 10 years.
Yeah, for sure. Nice. That was fortuitous.
Yeah.
Basically backed him into a torch and set him on fire.
I saw that.
Which was nice. Definitely, I'm gonna say I meant to do that. I totally didn't, but
Hey, nobody has to know, but you and I, you know.
Nobody
It's not like
has to
anybody
know.
else is seeing
nobody.
this,
Yeah,
so
nobody's watching it. So,
it's not true at all.
that's not true. Hi, folks.
We love you.
We do love you. The fact that Peace Walker is basically just a monster hunter always makes me happy. Yeah.
Yeah, Peace Walker is wild.
What are you gonna do? Sorry.
Oh, I'm just trying to go through games and actually beat a bunch of games. I'm in one of those phases right now where I'm just like trying to pick a bunch of games from my list to actually beat, and I was close to beating 999, so that's why I played that.
Nice. Knight's Halberd is probably better. I don't really need a woodcutter's axe. I've like gotten so many. I think I've gotten all the wood I actually need for that quest, so I don't think I need an axe right now.
What quest is that?
The Terrytown quest.
Terrytown.
Every single time he, every single time you do a new, thing for him, he's like, I need like 100 wood or whatever. And I think now in playthroughs, I typically just start getting wood as fast as possible because I know I'm going to need a lot of it.
Right.
Here's this weird forest down here. I think there's some kind of interesting stuff down here, so I'm gonna go check it out. I could go back to a... I probably should. I could and should probably go back to a town to cash in my shrine points or whatever.
Yeah.
My shrine orbs. Shrine points. My power pellets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What would an open world? I'm sure they made one at some point. An open world Mega or a Pac-Man game.
Pac-Man. Yeah, I don't know if they made one.
Probably some terrible 3D. There's definitely terrible 3D Pac-Man games.
Oh, for sure. Ooh, there's a shrine. Let's mark that on the map.
Is there a Metal Gear Solid game you haven't played?
I actually, the one we were just talking about, the Peace Walker, like any of the ones that were on PSP or Vita, I never played.
Gotcha.
I never beat Metal Gear Solid 4 myself. I've like watched people beat that game, but I did not like that game enough to finish it, actually. So, yeah, interesting tidbit about me. Yeah, I don't know, I didn't care for it. It seemed like it was too ambitious for its own. Like, it seemed like it needed another few years and a few new like technology advancements or something. I don't know.
Sure.
If it felt like constrained to me.
I don't think that's outside the realm of like what's common opinion, though. I think
Right.
4 and 2 and 5 are the super divisive ones, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think 2 is like inarguably great. I think people are just mad about. I don't know. They're mad about circumstances, which I get. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, people were mad at the time.
It's a weird. It is weird what they did with it, but I think it's pretty good.
I think 2. I think time has been kind to 2. I think 2 is like the tactical espionage action Wind Waker.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I agree.
What's your favorite Zelda outside of Breath of the Wild?
That's a really tough one because,
I bet.
like, I think really it's. I think honestly it's Wind Waker, although Majora's Mask is tough for me to go against on that one.
Really?
Yeah, I think Majora's Mask is really, really good. I hugely prefer 3D Zeldas to 2D Zeldas.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, not a huge fan of most 2D Zeldas. I think Link to the Past is really great, but I also think Link's. Gosh, okay. I think the original Link's Awakening is like unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably my favorite in terms of the 2D Zeldas for sure. That remake was real rough around the edges, which is a bummer.
I never even... Link's Awakening is one of my favorite Zelda games ever, and I was so turned off by hearing what I did about like the performance issues and stuff that I just never even played it.
Yeah, that's one of those games that I don't know. Like, I hate to get hung up on stuff like this, but it's like it shouldn't need a Switch Pro. But like, if the Switch Pro comes out, then I hope that game performs really well. Because it did not perform well on the base model, like at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Blackjack Attack, Skyward Sword, not my favorite. Yeah, that one kind of, I couldn't even really play that one super well. Range of motion and all that, so, yeah, that was frustrating. I'm excited, legitimately, to be able to play that without being frustrated about the Wii stuff. Yeah. Hey, I'm new. I just joined. You look really good. I look really good, or like the game looks really good. Either way, I'll take it. This is a great camera that we spent too much money on, but thank you. Welcome, Clear Marble. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, it's nice to have you.
Yeah, I think Wind Waker is the most... They took the most chances with, I think, the gameplay... moment to moment, like definitely the combat feels much more alive in that game than I think the other 3D Zeldas, and I think like the combat and also the small ways in which you can improvise in Wind Waker's combat was really a precursor to this Breath of the Wild. And so in a lot of ways I think that game is visually and gameplay wise I think aged the best out of like any 3D Zelda outside of Breath of the Wild.
I think that's
visually no argument. I mean,
that's a correct opinion.
Right, yeah. I remember how divisive that was when that game was announced. I really remember, and I was also probably in the camp that was like really put off by how cartoony and different it was, like at the time. But it did not take that long after I saw it in motion that I was like, man, this is it is still one of the most beautiful games I think ever made. Just because just the art direction and the style is just timeless.
Yeah, the way that game like looks when the water is just splashing around you as you move through the waves and stuff like that is just incredible.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Clear Marble. Yeah, we definitely did a ton of E3 coverage. We did like a stream along while that was being announced, the sequel to Breath of the Wild, and it looks. I have a lot of questions, but it looks really, really cool to me. So I can't wait to find out more about it. Although, yeah, a lot of stuff about it's got me scratching my head, but probably in a good way. I'll say in a good way.
I need to do some work and get that stuff on Monday. That's going to be a big job for me. Is getting a bunch of our archives cleaned up and ready to go.
Oh, nice!
Last week.
Awesome.
People will be able to enjoy our live reactions to that. But in the meantime, people can go to fanbyte.com/podcasts to listen to Channel F, where we have a bunch of end-of-day E3 pods where we talked about all that stuff. You and Imran and I forget who else was with you on. Was it Nikki with you all?
On Night 4?
Talking? Yeah.
Yeah, Night 4 was, Funke, Nikki, Imran, and me. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Talking a lot of game about Breath of the Wild 2, quote unquote Breath of the Wild 2 theories.
Yes. Well, I was close. The Blood Moon is only a couple days away.
Oh.
The Blood Moon's rising now.
Link.
The Blood Moon. Link. I Am Joe says, I was disappointed with the art style, as that tech demo of Link and Ganondorf fighting looks so damn cool. It did look really cool. I am no denying that original demo thing before Wind Waker was officially announced. That was really neat. And Blackjack Attack asks, so did Nintendo ever go after anyone for co-streaming the event? And no, not that I know of. So that was a whole lot of bluster. I still think it's weird that Twitch. Listen, I understand the counter arguments and the arguments and the counter arguments for doing it one way or the other.
Yeah,
but I still thought it was weird that Twitch was just like, like, yeah, we're not gonna stream it out of solidarity. And I'm like, no, like, I think all of us need to stream it so they can literally not come after everyone. Like, I don't know. seemed like the better choice. But yeah, no, as far as I know, we haven't gotten a C&D in the mail or anything like that. So
we had a weird scare when we uploaded the archive where it looked like it hadn't processed properly.
Yeah, that's a good point. A few people did apparently have trouble, not just us, but some other folks had trouble uploading their VODs for that too. So who knows? Who knows what that was? I forget where the inn is here. No, it's back up there.
Oi. Link, the blood moon. It turned itself into a pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
I'm gonna sleep so we don't do the whole fucking cycle. Whoa. Link, the blood moon. Link. Yes, the Milwaukee Bucks have beaten the Brooklyn Nets. That is a surprising turn of events. I'm sure Khalif and Nikki and I will be talking about that extensively next Friday. I mean, they will be well underway in their series against either Atlanta or Philly. But yeah, that's crazy.
Here's a fun thing.
Yeah.
I tried to boot up Metro 2033 Redux after Eric brought it up in the chat and looking up on howlongtobeat.com and finding out that game is only like 10 hours long.
It's not very long, yeah.
I thought it was much longer somehow. I guess I was just thinking in Stalker terms.
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah, it's a kind of a tight game.
Well, I might play it if I can ever get it to run, because I did boot it up on my PC, and it has turned one of my monitors black, and I can't control my mouse, and I can't close it, and it's not responding to all
Interesting
stuff. So it's just kind of sitting here, and I can. Programs are running. I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah. Hey. Hey. I used to dye my clothes in this game, but I don't really do that anymore. I had one playthrough where I dyed everything green because I was like, it's Link, he's got to wear all green.
Oh, sure.
And then, like, I don't know, like almost immediately after doing that, I was like, that's dumb. I mean, if you do that, it's not dumb, but to me it felt silly that I felt compelled to do that.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, because I am a person who likes looking at fan art of characters and, looking into, like, fanfic and stuff like that even sometimes, the blue tunic Link and other versions of Link from this game specifically have become so prolific in those kinds of communities and this stuff and that sort of thing that it's hard for me to even picture him in green at this point.
Yeah, right, yeah. No, I thought that was a smart thing that they did to basically, like, pull Link out of those specific color schemes and whatever. Like, I think Breath of the Wild really did a lot. I mean, we're gonna fucking find out with the sequel if, like, they just go back on all of this shit. But, like, I think Breath of the Wild did a lot to basically, and most people argue that they didn't do enough because they want Zelda to have a more profound role and stuff like that, which I get. But they really did a lot to say, hey, these conventions, like, don't get attached to conventions. Like, there's a lot that we can do with this series that isn't what you expect or what you're familiar with, and that's kind of an exciting thing.
The old girl still got some gas in her.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's just it's nice to just not have the same old shit, the same old threads and all that stuff, and like both literally and narratively. Um, although, yeah, I mean, I still think there's a lot that they could do in this space where it's like, a lot of people are really, and I would count myself as one of them, fairly tired with the triangular nature of it. Like, I get that that's like such a theme in the series, but like,
Right.
to me, the games that really sing narratively and like with world building and setting are Link's Awakening and Majora's Mask, and they both totally abandon that that structure, which I think is to both of their tremendous credits. So yeah, I don't know. When they play with that, I think they're really successful. I would love for Breath of the Wild 2 to do the same and play in a different space, but it actually looks like they're even more maybe coupled to that than if you are to believe certain things about what we saw in the trailer. It's maybe looking like that theme. Those themes are back in full strength. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I wrote a piece recently, a very just small nothing thing on the website where I was just kind of talking about like if they're going to continue to follow that kind of structure, I would really like to see them explore the interpersonal relationships between like the forces at play in this world.
Sure.
In a more interesting way. If they're gonna keep doing the overarching plot stuff the same, like build some character depth on top.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would be really nice. Funky, Clear Marble, first of all, thank you. We'll see you back here. Clarissa, I really hope Breath of the Wild 2 just has easy dying instead of System of Breath of the Wild. I do too. That should just be in a menu, I feel like. Like, it's cool if you have to use ingredients, but to come visit this guy and go through that menu chain every single time is like such a pain in the butt. Funke, piecing out, but to play some Super Metroid, and I will let you know what I rate those beans. Thank you for hanging out, Funke. You are the best. They're okay. So like, if we want to talk like quality of life things that I think Breath of the Wild 2 could do, one, if you open a chest and your inventory is full, don't close the chest and then make me go fucking menu through my inventory and drop something in order to open the chest again. Let me open the chest and then say, hey, do you want to drop something in order to pick this thing up? Like, straight in the options. Like, that is such an easy thing that they could do. In fact, so easy. Oh, fuck. So easy.
Oh, get him.
That I think it is shocking to me that they didn't patch something into it like the Witcher 3 team did. Like, that is one of those things with CD Projekt Red, is that like when Witcher 3 came out and it had some quality of life issues, they spent a long time like putting improvements to those things into that game and made it, I would almost dare say, much better than it was when it launched. I'm almost surprised they didn't do more of that with Breath of the Wild. Take some of those systems that like really needed some quality of life improvements and just going ahead and patching those. But I hope they at least do that for the sequel, for sure.
I feel like Nintendo has gotten slightly better about that, but they're still so like patch and DLC averse.
They
like
really are.
There's still no paid DLC for Animal Crossing, is there?
Correct. Yeah.
What? That's wild.
Yep. It's super weird. I mean, maybe they're just waiting. Maybe they're waiting in like a 2-year cycle.
Maybe. How long was it before we got the Breath of the Wild DLC even?
I think it was like 6 or 9 months.
6 or 9 months?
Yeah. I'm Joe. Once... Oh, that went off my screen. Joe wants better dungeons. I don't know how they can pull that off without going back to dungeon items and shit. Yeah. Some really, like, totally unfounded speculation that the wonky arm that Link has in this one will basically have, like, attachments, which will be, again, total speculation. But it's like it'll have, like, attachments that, you know, are maybe a pathway to doing more dungeon items and dungeon adjacent items, kind of like in the old games.
Sure.
I kind of buy that, just because, like, if anything, like, you know, getting vertical really fast, you know, has you totally relying on the Rito power. And it's like, okay, maybe a hook shot would be a really cool thing to add to this game. So you can glide down, but you can also get up really quickly based on certain factors. Like, that would be really cool. So I would like that. That would be neat. Yeah, I don't know how they do better dungeons without... I don't know. I just thought the dungeons were bad because they didn't have, like... They all had a very similar visual identity. Because they were, you know, they were basically inside of those, you know, those mechanical creatures. So it's like, how different could they look? I would like dungeons that just, like, look and act differently, even if they are, you know, even if they're basically kind of the same. Even if there are no dungeon items, it'd be nice to just, like, have, you know, more, like, interesting visual dungeon stuff happening.
Yeah.
Corsa doesn't think they'll put out any updates for Animal Crossing, which is an interesting take, and you may be right. I have no idea. I think it was a little while before they did that for New Leaf, but they did it eventually. Barrister of the Bar, first time, long time. Please tell me the weapon durability thing is no big deal, because I dropped this game before killing my first Divine Beast. Because I kept dying in the beast because I don't want to use any good weapons because I know I needed them for later. So I touched on this earlier. Like, weapon durability is like, a lot of folks that really don't like it would describe scenarios that, like, just don't happen for me. So I don't want to make it sound like I don't believe people, or that, like, their experience is, like, invalid in any sort of way. But, like, oh, here's a fight. But, like, what do you need? Grilled salmon? And also, the hero's life. Okay, here we go. Let me fight this lady.
Whoops. If I can take that opening, I was just gonna say, like, the whole, like, fear of, like, you know you'll need it later type situation, like, that does just basically doesn't happen. Like, the game is always going to give you a weapon to choose from.
Yeah.
Especially in any story critical content. It's actually a lot like, it makes me think of, like, a lot of modern Resident Evil games versus old Resident Evil games. Like, in old Resident Evil, like 1 and 2 and 3, if you like, that game had limited ammo, and if you ran out, you kind of almost had to, like, make a new save, and it's, like, kind of interesting, especially in that, like, Resident Evil 1 remake, the GameCube remake that we did, because it's faithful to that. You can just really fuck yourself in a way that's just, like, almost impossible to proceed.
Yeah.
But, like, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil Village, anytime there's a boss fight, they just fill those boss fight rooms with what you need, like with ammo and stuff like that. And if you run out, they respawn new stuff. And Zelda does pretty much the same thing. If you need stuff, if you're going to need stuff, it's just going to spawn it into the world near you. Jeez, Sean.
Love that. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's my favorite thing to do. Yeah, so I'm catching up on messages. Yeah, I agree. I think, like, I really do think the game mostly gives you what you need, and also the idea of hoarding your weapons until something big happens. Like, you can play it that way, and eventually, like, when you are super good at this, that was not good. When you are really good at this game, it becomes pretty easy to play it that way. To like, you know, yes, hold on to your big weapons, because, you know, if you run into a Lynel, or you run into like a bad mob of like really tough enemies, yeah, it is. Oh my god, it is nice to have. It is really nice to have high-powered weapons, but like weapons generally are just like pretty easy to find everywhere.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. I just have such a different take on the durability thing than a lot of folks that just like don't like it as much. But yeah, I mean, you know, for what it's worth, I am pretty much on the same page as Imran, who wrote the piece for us about it. I think it's like integral to the way this game plays to have the durability system.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Clarissa, you think we get a whole new Animal Crossing game in the Switch life cycle? For whatever reason, I find that very hard to believe. I would be shocked if we got a full... Well, but then again, I don't know how long the Switch cycle is. I don't even think they know how long the Switch cycle is.
I don't think they could have predicted how popular it was.
No, I don't think so either. I definitely don't think Doug Bowser knows how long the life cycle is. A while back, I forced myself into the habit of immediately using any video game consumable immediately. The moment it was remotely useful in my life is better for it. Yeah, I've like kind of gotten into that, of this kind of like, you know, YOLO, like the game gave this to me for a reason, I need to just fucking use it. I definitely have that attitude for... I mean, definitely for Breath of the Wild, I typically play things that way. There are things that will hoard. I mean, like, the cycle for me is just like, you pick up a bunch of weak weapons, but you always drop a weak weapon if you are out of inventory space and you come across a strong weapon. It's like, that strong weapon can make a pretty simple fight much simpler, or a hard fight very easy, essentially. And like just having the ability to always have that available to you is like really, I don't know, I like that a lot. That beetle flew away. Oh. That's overkill. I don't know why I used that. Okay, what's going on? What else is going on? I am Joe. Maybe dungeons that are more focused on combat could be cool. Yeah, that would be, I don't know. I like the combat in this game is really good. Ratchet and Clank actually has like a level that is just on this like planet where there's like a basically it's roadhouse. There's like fighting in this like one bar on the space station, and there are like a lot of just different, like, it's basically a trial by combat planet, which is a little bit like the God of War. I don't remember which dimension it was in, but God of War 2018 also had one of those places. It's just like, it's a place where you go to fight waves of enemies. And I do think those are really fun, especially when the combat's good. So that would be nice. Clarissa is asking, did we see the thing about how people in Breath of the Wild are all made with a modified Mii creator? Yes.
Yeah.
That is so wild. Yeah, it's super, super weird. I love that. I love what people are finding when they do mod stuff for the game. I think it's really amazing. Bears through the Bar says, I think my problem is that I'm bad at the game. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I was also bad at this game until I wasn't, which I know sounds really silly, but like, this is not a game I instantly adored. This was a game that, like, oops. Let me equip things that are not... Okay, I need to get a new shield. Bad. Yeah, like, this is not a game I immediately adored. It's a game I really had to kind of grind it out with to get over the first, like, little hump of kind of getting what the loop is. And of course the loop is really what you make it, but there is an intended loop that I started to understand and appreciate, but it did take a while. It really did. It wasn't this immediate thing. I know, Steven, you're not like as in love with this game as I am, but like, did you have the same experience? Like, did you get into it kind of immediately, or did it take you a little while?
No, it took me more of a little while, I think.
Yeah.
I beat it, and I played all the DLC as well, and I enjoyed it quite a bit by the end. But
Yeah.
I don't think I also, part of it was I do like games like this, as we've established, with like improvisational, like fuck up but Three Stooge your way through it simulators.
Yeah, for sure.
But like I don't think I realized early on enough that how much this game gives you wiggle room to do that.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
I think that was the issue.
Yeah. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Clarissa is gonna take off. Thanks, Clarissa, for stopping by.
Thank you.
Enjoy that freelance work. Hope it goes swimmingly. Let me see what else is going on.
How long to beat Fallout New Vegas?
Oh, Bear Sir the Bear. What is the intended loop? The intended loop, which again, like, you know, it's like really tough to say, but like the path they put you on is to basically have a path full of shrines on the way to Kakariko Village, which is like one, you know, really key place you go, and then it basically asks you to go to Hateno Village, and then it asks you to go to the first Zora dungeon, and then it kind of wants you to like go in a bit of a specific order. The game kind of wants you to do that.
Right.
But you know, once I saw that loop and saw all of the wiggle room I could really have within that and decide kind of the pace at which I, you know, power up and do certain things, you know, the game really, really opened up for me. I wonder if I have a photo of a... Nope, I don't. So, like, yeah, I mean, the intended loop is like... Oh, shit. Let's go. Let's ride, Clyde. Yeah, top left center, yeah, I really should stop and cook some stuff. I've not done that, and it is pretty profoundly silly that I haven't, but
it's one of those games where you can, well, I just want to crest one more hill, I just want to open one more chest,
exactly.
I just want to clear out one more camp.
Yep, you're exactly right.
I also, actually, like, this is the thing I've thought about this game for a very long time. I actually pitched an article about this to one Austin Walker when Austin was taking freelance writing at Giant Bomb.
Damn.
So that tells you how long ago it was.
Damn.
But this game kind of just has, like, JRPG progression in the sense that you are, like, leveling up over time, except through the durable weapons, because the enemies get stronger with every blood moon cleansing as you kill more of them.
Yep.
It's just externalized. It's just, instead of, it's more like what if Monster Hunter had permanent weapon degradation, but also it was way easier to get the weapons back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And oftentimes, like, the solution to get the weapons back if you screw up and run out of them too quickly is to do some very silly Far Cry 2 style weird trick to blow up an entire camp in one shot, like you did earlier by shooting a single bomb arrow at one camp.
So
and
fun.
those lead, yeah, and those just end up leading to these like great emergent moments in between as you're rebuilding your strength.
Yes, they do.
Darkest Dungeon has some similar ideas, honestly.
Oh yeah, they do. It does have. I'm Joe. Did not know you could pick those dudes up. Yep, you can just pick those little rock dudes up and throw them. Now you can't hold on to them for too long; they'll wiggle away and damage you pretty bad. Oh, god damn it!
Yeah, he got him.
Now I'm not very good at these games.
You got this. Just channel that Bucks energy.
Shit. Yeah, I know, right? Giannis!
Oh, now, that looked like you were as far forward as you could go.
Yeah, I'm trying to wonder, am I supposed to do... Am I supposed to do... Here, no.
Maybe on that?
There we go. Nope, I don't think I can get it that way. Maybe I have to do kinesis or stasis.
Link hit
I
the
mean,
gym. If this requires stasis, fuck this.
yeah. I mean, I'm kind of with you.
Anytime where the game asks me to judge how far stasis is going to be and the exact angle, and if I fuck it up, I'm out of ammo and and I'm just out of luck. That I ignored those puzzles every time.
Okay, well. Whoop. And that's why I should just let it go. This is why I should just let it go. That's not worth it. I'll come back to it.
Can Link at the gym.
Yeah, right. It would be I would not like this, but I remember when they put those light RPG elements in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, where it's like you go to the gym and do all that stuff. It would be kind of funny if you could do that. I don't want that. I don't want that for Breath of the Wild 2, but it would be kind of funny if it's like, get Link more yoked and you can throw stuff farther. It would be okay to me if they like incorporated that's a diamond. Oh, no, that's an opal. Never mind. It would be okay to me if they incorporated some of that, like, oh, you have to go get a gauntlet so you can throw, you know, boulders further or something. Like, that would be, I guess that would be okay.
What if you could craft like a strength potion?
Well, I mean, you can do, yeah, I mean, you can do attack bonuses, but yeah, that's like it's such a different thing than strength.
Yeah, what if the strength bonus was that you shot like Steph Curry?
That would be really wild.
Throw chew jellies at guys at 600 miles an hour.
That would be really funny.
God, yeah, the ability to like pick up enemies and then throw them really hard at a guy until they both explode would be incredible.
Would be great. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I would love that.
Coming up on about 2 hours, John, if you did want to grab yourself some food.
The beans are not ready yet. They've got 24 minutes.
Okay. Well, never mind.
And then I've got I'll probably call it, even though the beans technically won't be done. I've got to cut up andouille sausage and then put that in, and then leave that simmering for 30 minutes. So I've still got I don't know why I got such a late start. It was like a dumb thing to start cooking so late, but...
Yeah, you're on my time zone again. I just realized that.
Yep.
Whoa.
This is what happens sometimes. Sometimes I'll get the whim to cook, and I just won't stop, even if it's like a tremendously like irresponsible time situation for me. But yeah, I'll probably wrap in 25 minutes so I can just go focus on that. Cause it'll take, I don't know, my knife skills are pretty good, but it'll still take a few minutes to cut up all that sausage. So I don't want to leave y'all hanging.
Keep well overnight too.
Oh yeah, no, red beans and rice is like a delicious thing to eat for like a few days. So
yeah.
A modest test of strength, okay. Let's go ahead and use the ancient weapons then, shall we?
Tests of strength, though, I think, are the only place in the game, really, where you, I think, have to worry about what weapons you bring in.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely gotten to really sticky situations before. Oh, fuck. And gotten out of them, but yeah, like, if you don't know that it's a test of strength that you're getting into, fuck. And you don't end up You don't end up bringing good weapons in. Yeah, it can really fuck your world up. Yeah, pretty bad.
I almost wish that they would... There's a certain fun to not knowing what you're getting every time, but I almost wish that, like, the tests of strength were red and in all the puzzle ones were blue. Or something.
Yeah, I can see that.
These guys take bonus damage if you shoot them in the eye?
Yeah, they do. Well, they also just get critted, so like they basically, it interrupts what they were doing. So I don't know if it does critical damage. I think it does, but it also just like it interrupts their movement, which is pretty useful. Top left center, you're absolutely right. The red beans and rice will be better like on Monday than it will be even tomorrow. So yeah, it's a good dish.
Give those spices some time to stew.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Knight Claymore coming back, making its return appearance.
Yeah. Cool. Oh man, that was really close.
Ooh, yeah, get that spin. Nice.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
And that's the thing, like the weapon durability is balanced such that usually you're trading up in terms of weapons, or if you're using a really strong weapon to get lesser weapons, you're not using much durability on it.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
So you did get those suckers there.
I did get those, which is nice.
I'm Joe says, John, you're sick with the parry, and I think
Thanks. Yeah, I'm good with the dodge. The actual shield parry, I'm like okay at. But actually, I'm pretty good with the beams. Those beams that the Guardians shoot, I've gotten pretty good at the parry there. I don't use the actual like shield parry that much with like regular attacks, which is kind of silly because it also like can really fuck up your enemies if you do a good shield parry for the normal attacks. But I typically do the dodges. I don't know. I think the dodges feel like if they fail, then I've dodged the attack, so it's safer. If I fail with the shield, there's a good chance that I like basically all I'm doing is showing my chest to the enemy. It's essentially what I'm doing.
Right.
So yeah, but thank you. Yeah, I've had I'm gonna guess about 350 hours of practice with it, so I would hope I would be good. This is a tough area. Come on now.
Yeah, get him. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, just sliding them out of the
That's
air.
a lot of keys.
Yeah, but they did.
I did.
Get them eyeballs. The Avalanches would be proud of you getting those golden eyeballs.
Oh, my hammer's dead, but I can use.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Use this.
Yeah, there you go.
I like going to Death Mountain and like farming gems. It's like a relaxing thing to do.
Did you ever play Fantasy Life?
I never did. No.
That game's got a good like. I just want to mine today. I just want to like go to the mines and grab a pickaxe and just this is where I go to relax by mining for a little while.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But if you like it doing it in this game, you might like it in that.
Yeah. Running.
I gotta find my copy of Fantasy Life. Actually, I'm having real trouble over here. I'm also in one of those stages where, since after I've beaten a game that I'm like reasonably confident that I can beat in a decent amount of time, I then find myself thinking, like, well, now what? Now what do I beat next?
Right.
So I'm hunting down a bunch of different games. I just reinstalled New Vegas.
That's a good one.
I got Metro working over here. I had to delete a legal file.
Did you to get the mods working? Oh, for Metro. Oh, for
To
Metro
get the game
to
working.
get it working.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Damn. Oh wait, where did you get did you get Fallout New Vegas from Steam or from GOG?
I got it on the old Steam here.
I will be very curious to know if it works for you.
Oh, interesting.
Because it does not work for me. I had to download it from GOG for it to work.
Oh. Well, I mean, hit play. It worked when I played it originally. That might have been pre-Windows 10. I never beat it, but I did play it when it came out.
Yeah.
Let's take a look-see here.
I'm Joe says, Wizrobes in this game scared me the first time I saw them. Yeah, they suck. Like, they're little fuckers. I really don't like Wizrobes in this game. They're, not only are they kind of scary, I mean, they're kind of like goofy scary, but they're like menacing. They're powerful enough that they are very scary by virtue of what they can do if you, like, let them. Like, really can't let them get into any sort of rhythm. You have to like really step on them before it gets out of hand.
Yeah. It's a classic Shadowrun situation. You got to geek the mage.
Yeah, you really do. Yeah, for sure. Hello, Merritt. How's it going?
Hi. It's even later for Merritt than it is for us.
Oh, wow. Hello.
Well, John, I'm looking at the opening cutscene to Fallout New Vegas here now, and the man's head is not spinning around
So
in
it's
concentric
working for ya.
circles.
That's good.
No, I'd say that's not how I want it to go. I kind of wish it did the horrifying exorcism head spin,
Yeah.
but I guess this is fine.
Okay, Merritt is apparently at a party on the Twitch app texting us this chat. I'm at a party and everyone I know left, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I might go home. Well, that's a bummer. Or maybe
Sorry,
it's not a
man.
bummer. I mean, maybe it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
a bummer. Sometimes when I'm at a party, I'm like, yeah, I love party. And then I'm there, and then I'm like, ah, man, party not good. And then it's great because then people start to leave party. And then I can leave party. When other people leave party, it means I leave party. So sometimes that's good. I have not been to a party in so long. I don't know what it. I just don't know what I would do.
Yeah. Like an actual party-ass party I have not been to, certainly since before this happened. Hi,
Before
cat.
the COVID times, yeah.
Yeah, before the war of the COVID.
Before the COVID.
Hey, remember, chill.
So what time am I at? Okay, I'm at 13 minutes.
Boy, did I forget how melty this era of Fallout games characters looked.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck, that was dumb. That was really stupid. Fuck. Where was it? Oh, there it is. What is it behind? Oh, no, it's in front of all that stuff. I'm just an idiot.
No, you're not. Complex game, John.
It's a complex game. Forgot about what gimmick this is. I know there's a gimmick with this. I think I have to climb that tower to sail down. Because the
So like an
texture,
invisible wall?
the texture of those thorns. There we go. I was waiting for those to pop in. first of all, fuck you. God, I hate Lizalfos so much. Don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me.
I think you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. And I can just... There we go. Ah, not that Thor. Oh, well, frame rate, frame rate, frame rate. Frame rate.
So this is a wild thing, because we were talking about that Link's Awakening remake and how wild it is that that game runs so poorly, but I was... you and I, and Nikki and Ren played some stuff on a stream recently on Switches.
Yeah.
And like Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle looks really good and it runs like a dream. Like it's so weird to me that like that Switch games, even ones by Nintendo, have such poor frame rates at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Forgot about that. Yeah, it's strange. I mean, I'm like, I don't know. I try to be cool about frame rate stuff because, like, I know technical game development stuff is really tough. But yeah, it's one of those things that I think is very odd, honestly. Yeah, especially like you said, just like official Nintendo stuff is just like often the biggest culprit, which is so weird.
Like, I feel like Nintendo historically is a company that like does a lot of like draws the most out of its own hardware a lot of the time, but is also historically I don't ever feel like that ever came at the cost of frame rate.
Right.
Like Mario Galaxy 2 is a just gorgeous looking game that runs really, really smoothly, and it needs to because it's a platformer that is so hyper specific. That was the Wii.
I know.
You ever just think about the Wii?
I think about the Wii, yeah. Do indeed. Oh, I thought that was metal. It's metal, but it floats. Okay, I don't remember.
It's like an empty drum.
Yeah. There are so many Wii shrines I don't remember how to do.
Have you done them all?
Yeah, I've done them all, which is like so funny to me that I just like I can't remember how to do. I just can't remember how to do them.
Well, there's so many to remember.
There are very many, that's true.
Can you build an ice block? Oh, no, it's still going down. Okay, can you build an ice block out of waist-high water like that and climb up?
You can build an ice block in waist-high water, yes. This chest. What's in here? Opal. More money for me. Yeah, I just remember getting spare arrows.
Hey.
I am Joe, says he didn't like this one. I also do not like this one. I don't think this is my fave. Oh, okay.
Huh.
I think I remember what to do now.
Okay.
Oops. actually can't remember at all if this is an intended or unintended strat, but that's what we're gonna do.
I mean, that is such a joy of this game, though, right?
Yep. 100%. 100%. Yeah, so I put a bomb over by the switch, and it's going to allow me to come over here. That should be in the place because that was in the right place. And there we go.
The discrete delineation between being able to make circular bombs and square bombs is such a smart thing.
Yeah, no, it's like it's so weird. Like, I don't know. I could so see a team getting in its head about having two different bombs that just slightly different shape. Like, I'm sure there was someone on that team that was like, no, we need to just have one clean bomb slot. Like, having this both thing, it's really weird. And I could see that team getting really in their head about it, but instead they were just like, no, we should really lean into this because there's such, like, you know, incredibly specific ways in which both of these are useful, which I think is, I don't know, really nice. I think it's, I don't know, really, really cool, confident.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's interesting too, because you're a person who has worked on video games before, and I had never even thought about the idea of like that a developer would be concerned about having too many types of bomb slots like that didn't look as clean or were too confusing for players.
I mean, I have no idea if they did or didn't. I know that if I were developing these, like, you know, 4 very specific powers, I would probably be like, no, like, no, it's cryonis, it's stasis, it's magnesis, it's remote bombs. Like, you can't have both of these slots or whatever. Now, they may have completely designed that from the ground up, like, you know, natively, and you know, I could be off base, but it just seems like something a lesser team could have gotten really hung up on, because it's something that I probably would have gotten hung up on. So yeah. Did I? Yeah. Hi!
Oh.
Oh.
Hi! Oh, the gay Avery redeemed a bev check. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
I opened a Topo Chico when I started this stream, and I've not taken a single sip. So I have a bev check, but I have not had any of it. I actually thought about getting a beer about an hour ago, but then I was like, well, it's very late.
Oh.
But now I kind of wish I had. But now it's definitely too late.
Yeah, it's almost midnight.
It's almost midnight.
I mean, if you wait like another 3 hours, then I think it'll be peak time again.
It's just normal again, yeah.
Yeah.
Topo Chico, very good, yeah. Yeah, what do you got?
I got nothing right now. I had a bunch of water.
Water,
I had
good.
some water. Yeah, to wash down my pills. And that's it.
I got into a really spicy situation here.
Oof. Oof. Yeah, they got the hike.
God damn, that was... I've made better choices in my life.
I think you'll be okay,
Let's
though.
go.
These are all pretty low rank guys.
There is a black one. But it still could be a lot worse. Wow,
And he'll drop something nice for you.
Yeah.
I haven't, I've tried to get off of even just diet soda and stuff here in the new house.
It's noble.
So yeah. It's just, water's good, too. So it's like, if you just
Water
drink
good.
a lot of water, it's just delicious.
Yeah. I have been drinking a lot more water than I used to, which is
Yeah?
Yeah. Jesus.
You want to clear the board a little bit just to give yourself space.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Nice. Oh yeah, this guy's going down with nothing. Nice.
I love that.
That's such a good little like bonus
I know.
mechanic as
It's
well.
So nice. Oh gosh.
And a chest. I do wish that this game, coming off of Genshin Impact, I wish this game had more exciting stuff in the chests.
Yeah, same. It's really rare that those chests have anything particularly useful, which is a bummer because it would be really nice if you could just come across, you know, really random like incredibly cool loot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, that was good timing. I've got 50 seconds, so I'm going to warp to let's go. I always go to Terrytown usually, so
Nice. Good to have a little hub. A port of call.
a port of call, yes.
Port of call, New Hyrule.
My wife is going to bed.
Smart on her part.
Yeah. I drive to Hope. She's in Hope, Arkansas, visiting her dad for her Father's Day.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's like it's like a 4-hour drive. It's like one of the longest drives you can. It's like on this side of the state still, like on the western side, but it's a really long drive. It's essentially driving to Texarkana, which is close to Texas.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's probably pooped.
I'm also going to travel for Father's Day, but only like 20 minutes. So
All right. Traveling is traveling.
traveling is traveling.
I don't think I got. No, I've already got 3. I should have gotten one more shrine, but I didn't. Well, actually, let me go sell my jewels. I'll sell my jewels.
Yeah, smart.
Whoops.
While you do that, can I ask you one last Zelda question
You
before we
can.
log off?
You may.
If you could have one of the powers here from
Ooh.
the Sheikah Slate in real life, which one?
I think I've always wanted, you know, in some ways that I've always wanted to be Magneto. So probably that. I think Magnesis is ultimately the most helpful. Although, like, I don't know. I can make an argument for a few of them. But yeah, probably Magnesis. What about you?
Magnesis is up there. I think Bomb is just like a remote bomb that I can detonate from anywhere and summon for nothing.
I mean,
I feel like
that's-
that
Pretty cool.
that's pretty cool, and I bet I could turn that into money somehow.
Yeah, you could absolutely turn it into money. I mean, you could turn them all into money, but you could definitely
Yeah.
turn that into money. For sure.
Stasis, I think, probably has the one that, like, in real life would have the most real-world science applications. Like, scientists would invent faster than light travel if they could figure out how stasis worked.
Sure. I can see that. It's a good question. It's a good question.
Yeah.
And with that question, we're gonna leave you, and you're gonna ponder that and let us know if you want to talk about which power you'd like to have in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You can join our Discord at fanbyte.casa. That's fanbyte.casa. Steven, thank you for joining me. Where can folks find you online?
You can find me on twitter.com/StevenStrom, StevenStrom.
You can find me at Floppy Adult. It's right there on the screen, as well as a bunch of folks that work for us. That's not a comprehensive list, but it's kind of a random.
Not
smattering of
anymore,
folks. Yeah. But yeah, at Fanbyte Media is our our full Twitter account. Fanbyte.com is where you can find our wonderful writing. Podcastnet.work is where you can find all of our podcasts. They are all very good. It's really wild that we make so many good podcasts, but we do. Yeah, twitch.tv/fanbyte. You're here already, but if you want to see our VODs, you can also go to youtube.com/fanbyte. We also have a second YouTube channel, but that's less important right now until we clear up like URL issues and things like that. But know that we also have a YouTube channel specifically for all of our edited content as well, of which Funky Joseph makes a lot of it right now, and all of it is great. Anyway, folks, that was a big spiel. Thanks for hanging out with me. This was fun. A good group to get together, even if it's impromptu. So this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I will almost certainly be back again soon with Breath of the Wild. I'm going to be playing a lot of this, maybe to completion on stream, before Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. So, yeah. All right, folks. Hope everyone has a wonderful night, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.